Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope all of you are doing well. I had a little bit of chat with our friend Mansoor or Masood Sarwari. He, mm, we talked a little bit. Anyways, let's go into the market session. Um, First of all, welcome, welcome to today's analysis. Um, the market is in a condition that it has pissed off everybody. Everybody is now angry. Whatever amount they're buying, it's not working. And it's quite obvious that it was supposed to happen, but not this way. Nobody thought it would happen exactly this way. But earlier we had some guesses. So let's go to the past a little bit and see what has happened so far and all the way we came up. Is Bitcoin really down? So if you see this charts, this is actually from 2018 on Binance in weekly. If we see Bitcoin is down, how much? Is down 31%. So yeah, but it's nothing against all the way that it has been going up. And since the last bear market we had, since then, it has gone up 673%. That is seven times, almost seven times return on Bitcoin. For the people that bought around these prices, for those that they were holding since very long, and even for the ones that they were holding for a very, very long time, for like 13 years. Okay, so this is a chart that we analyzed earlier. It's a bit messy, forgive me about that, but you see, even people from these places, they are selling now. It's quite obvious. Why not? If you were that person, wouldn't you be taking profit? You would have, right? And if you would have been any of these people, if you would have bought in any of these places, anywhere, be it even these tops, your return by now is significant because you had to wait years for Bitcoin to reach to this point. Now, if you listen to the people in Twitter, if you listen to the social media influencers, or anybody that is just moving with the hype, or they keep changing their position about how they feel or think about Bitcoin, then you're not going to be actually getting the true value or truly understand what Bitcoin is or why we actually bought it in the first place or believed in it in the first place. So from a Muslim perspective, if I talk, because we want to talk always that perspective first, then we will go to everybody else's perspective. So far, it has been the most ethical money that there can be. You can debate me with on it, but fiat currencies are haram. But the fact that we have accepted it, look at our excuse. Look at the excuse that all our Muslim scholars, our respected Muslim scholars have is that because we have no choice, that's why we have to accept it. We haven't put the law to make it haram or put interest in it. It's who that they have issued, it's the governments. But isn't it the job of every single human being to act as the soldier of Allah? Aren't we all supposed to be the Khalifa of Allah or appointed one from Allah in the earth to at least ask the question or fight against the fiat currency, because that's how we earn and we spend our money. And if haram is involved in it, isn't it our right to ask a simple question, why? So, if we are so oppressed, or if we are so mazloom, which is like we are so helpless that we can't do anything about it, but did Allah create us that way? Isn't He the one that He keeps saying that it is our job to fix things in this earth? So it is up to us how we do things, but I, as a person, I really don't care. As a Muslim, I really don't care about what is going to happen to my money or to my wealth if it's in something that is halal. If it's in any business, if I have bought any possessions in this world, who gave it in the first place? Right? Who is the controller of all things? It is Allah indeed. So for that purpose, I would love to sell every other money that gets devalued over time. Let me show you how US dollar has gotten devalued over time. So US dollar inflation chart. Let's say you want to hold on to things, and if you want to just keep on accumulating money, what happens to your purchasing power? So at some point, you can see that the purchasing power of US dollar is just, the inflation has rise so much that it has lost its purchasing power. You would have bought something for $100 in 1972, but now you have to pay $700 for it. And it has lost almost 99% of its value, no matter how you see it. So, how bad it is to think about inflation first? It's when everything gets expensive and all these big companies, all the stocks, all the food chain, all the medicine, all the services, your iPhone, your Samsung phone, your laptop, your whatever you're using, your house, your car, everything is going up in price is due to this inflation. Because when they keep printing money, it loses its purchasing power. And on the other hand, when it loses purchasing power, every goods and services becomes expensive. Who benefits that? Do you really ask that question? Isn't that the job of every single person or every single Muslim? Even call it every single person. Nobody believes in this, but we are still bound to it. So when Bitcoin came, who adapted it first? When Bitcoin came, those that they saw it as a hedge against US dollar, those that they saw that it's actually deflationary, which it is the opposite of what US dollar is. It is how money should be. If we all hold, we all win. If we all buy it and we all promote it, and if we all mine it and we all run the nodes, it becomes the most secure network in the world. We can always win. All of us will win because of this. So everybody that is holding Bitcoin, look at their return, for example, from 2012, let's say. They're up 815,000%. You do the math, how much they made. But they all made. Even if people came later, another 13,000%. If you came, let's say, on 2022, which I was also there, look at your return. Okay, it's not as great as it should be, but it's still 400%. It is bigger than anything. It is even bigger than gold. So if you are losing your mind at this point that Bitcoin is down to 86,000%, you truly don't understand it. Or you came and bought the top, which is the price you pay for not understanding supply and demand, which is the price that you pay that you come and buy the hype, which already people have pushed the price to the peak, but it is still not the actual top that everybody was hoping. Everybody was hoping at least for Bitcoin to go to 200,000 or to $300,000, but they were just hoping, right? But on the other hand, if you are if you actually knew, it's not rocket science, it's not something magical, it is truly not that difficult. If you would have simply understood the simple rules of supply and demand, you wouldn't have bought this. You would have actually sold the way we did. But yes, that I came and bought these lower levels, yes, but not compared to how much I have sold at the top. Yes, I did accumulate, but not as much as I did here. Am I still in profit? Yes, I am. Because I have taken so many other trades other than Bitcoin that it made me profit. So we never know what happens, but if you just try to be a little bit smart, you wouldn't come and buy here. That's what leads to complaining. But because I have seen this, you see, I am not afraid of this. How big this is against this. Can it become something like this? Yes, it can. Can it become something like this? Yes, it can. But will it recover and go back to the all time high? Yes, it can. Why am I not having one scenario nobody has? You cannot tell if a business fails or a business makes it to the top. You cannot say anything for sure. You cannot say if tomorrow you're gonna live. Nothing is guaranteed, but what is guaranteed is that Allah is one and He is the controller of all things. So, whenever you are submitted to Him, you're not worried about how your money is doing in the market, right? But in order to use this as a system of payment, who knows, it will become something like that in the future, or as a saving account or as an investment, since it does not involve interest, which is war against Allah and our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then I am down. I am ready to be part of this revolution. If it devalues US dollar, if it takes power from the governments and puts it back into the hands of people, I am willing to promote that. I want to be in the right side of the history. I want to be able to one day say that I didn't get involved with interest. Everybody, not everybody, all my friends and those that they know me, they know that I don't have any fiat currency. I am living right now in Istanbul. Just few hours ago I ran out of money because I had to spend it all, because I only keep that much cash that I am supposed to spend, because I cannot spend Bitcoin, right? So I convert Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies that I have, which they're all halal, and we take the advisory on that. We don't give fatwa, but fatwa is given by our partner Share Life. So this is their website. If you always want to go, you can go and check how they do things and how they say which is halal, which is not, and which falls in the gray. So try to be in this side, okay? So coming back to my point is that yes, I did run out of money, and it happens. Then I have to exchange again. Then I have to spend again. But I don't keep my money in Turkish lira. Look at what is happening to Turkish lira, by the way. This is much worse than US dollar because it's losing also its purchasing power from time to time. And since I came to Turkey, it was here. I was back then in 2018 at here, somewhere here. I was in Afghanistan and my family told me how from 3.5 it went to like 7 and couple of months when they first came to Turkey. But then I have seen all these points, and since then it just keeps going up, and this is crazy. And because of it, everything have become expensive here. Okay, for those that they have online jobs and they have their own business and they make a way and they are surrendered to Allah, so their risk comes from any way possible. But for normal people, for average people, it is the hardest thing to actually, like, they can't even live like this properly. So I'm even worried sometimes about how they live in Turkey, like normal people, when they're working with salaries. How are they maintaining their house, right? So yeah, today it is different. Today I am here to just talk Bitcoin and give you some hope, because we should always have hope. We should never be hopeless. Hopeless is shaitan. You should know that. And the followers of shaitan. That's why they're bombing our people, our brothers and sisters in Gaza. That's why they have killed a lot of us in Afghanistan. That's why they keep doing it anywhere, because they're helpless. They are the ones that are running after money, after this world, after the lands, after technology, after AI. I don't know what. So, other than that, everything's good, brother. You see, um, I do go harsh sometimes because I really feel it that it shouldn't be this way. But we are not helpless. Muslims should have been united long way ago. But it is the job of every single person in this meeting, in our community, in the world. Every single person will be asked this question: what did you do? If you say that I was helpless, then go and read Quran, that what exactly Allah says to you, that why you didn't do anything about it. Were you afraid of your life? Were you afraid of your family? Were you afraid of what would happen to your rizq? Which one made you actually afraid other than Allah? So you understand what we're doing here. Isn't it a form of shirk to be afraid of anything other than Allah? Ask yourself this question. What makes you upset? Because if you read Quran and if you always listen to what Allah and our messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, then it's all hope. Even if you die, it is shahada. It is the it has the best rank in front of Allah. What else do you want? That is true salvation, right? That is the true reward. So, yeah, I am not urging anybody to go and fight, like to take guns and kill people. That's the thing that you shouldn't do. but intellectually you can do so much. You can start from yourself, then you can go to your family, then you can spread the knowledge around the world so everybody can benefit from what you have learned. And yeah, we do lose in crypto sometimes, but that doesn't mean that we should stop living, because I have been seeing a lot of negativity in the X, but I just lived the way I should be, like I have always lived, much better than before, much better than all these times that I have spent inside crypto, and it was making me negative and I was feeling hopeless because I had to fix myself first. There's nothing about bragging. I am nobody. Let me make that clear. All the praises to Allah, because if you ask for guidance, He is the one that guides you. Okay? He will guide you, and be sure of that. That's how He tests you too. So, yes, Bitcoin is in this situation. It's not something that we didn't know. It is what it is. Sometimes it's down, sometimes it goes up. It is how the market is, but some people see it as an opportunity, because I am sure all of you around these times were hoping that if you would have bought some Bitcoin in the lowest prices. Does this mean that this is a low price? I don't know. It's up to you and how you take the risk. You can start accumulating from here, but you need to keep accumulating. Once you see it going back this way, then you will be making money. That is one way. You just keep using the dollar cost averaging method, which is very, very simple. If you don't know, ask ChatGPT, it will tell you how it works. But I will make it simplified to you. You buy an amount that you think you can handle the volatility of Bitcoin. Just buy that much. That's it. Then have it as a discipline. Either buy it on weekly basis, on daily basis, on monthly basis. You can do that without even looking at the price. You just want to accumulate Bitcoin. No matter the price, there are days that you buy all these lower prices, there are days that you buy the higher prices. Imagine if you would have done something here. Right now, let's say we are here, right? Let's say you did this all the way here. Look, after a year, what happened? You came all the way here. And yes, you have been collecting Bitcoin all the way, but your average stays in somewhere here. Then you have already doubled your money without stress. That's one way to see it, okay? So there's a lot to learn here. I need you guys to really, really pay attention. Then we can have chat, we can talk, we can go multilingual. I want to talk to all of you guys. So don't worry. Now, that is one way to see it. The second way is, if you truly understand supply and demand, then you know what you do? You buy at these places, you sell or take profit at these places, exactly at these places. You would do that if you know supply and demand. You will exactly do all these. So that is another way. In order to learn that, I keep teaching you guys here, always in these sessions. But if it's complicated and you're a beginner, join us in our community. I share things there as well. I share my views, I share signals every time we come live here as well. Signals are not a financial advice, it's my own trades. You can learn from them. But if you want to take it, do it in your own risk, because That's how everything is on an investment. I'm not your investment advisor. I am certainly not qualified for that. So don't take it as a as an investment advice. But if you want to learn, I'm here to help you learn supply and demand, because that is what I have, alhamdulillah, understood or mastered in a way by actually applying it, by losing and making money, by spending thousands of dollars in education, by spending thousands of dollars in the market, that I have learned. So that's not something that comes with ease, but I am here to simplify it for you. So if you want to be part of that, you can take the link from the description. Now, let me show you guys a little bit of more hope, which is finally USDT has reached its peak. Its peak for now. Its peak for what it has lost, which was this uptrend, but we started going in this downtrend. Now it has touched once here, second here. You can take this as a second too. So this is either the third or the fourth, but it doesn't really matter. So now this line has become what? Irrelevant. We don't want to see that anymore. Yes, this line is still valid. We want to keep it. But right now, as we're speaking, it is touching its absolute peak. So it is really, really up to you how you want to take it. It might be just the end of all pain, because who knows? It might be. Because everybody has lost their minds in Twitter. We are in extreme fear right now, but not as it should be. Like it can still go lower, but maybe that's because of how people are feeling. So it's still not extreme fear. It can go, but that's one way to see it from CoinAnk. The other way you can see it, I think CoinGlass doesn't have, so we can go and check Coin Market Cap. They have it. It says at 15. So there is another scenario that I can give you, which is, what if the absolute fear is here where everybody will think we will go on a bear market? This is absolutely my view. This is what I think, that the bear market is actually above this, because I'm still thinking that everything is messing up with people's mind. It's clear act of manipulation, because there's a lot of things happening in the world and I can't tell you enough the reasons behind it, but that's not the topic of today. Maybe we can discuss it some other time if you guys are interested. But how it can play is, go above this to like 7%, then fall back aggressively and super fast, where everybody panic sells. And where could that take Bitcoin to? We can actually have a look. So what we can do is bring USDT dominance here. So you can see that USDT is at this point. Okay, it keeps moving. I don't have to move my cursor. um, BTC dominance has reached its line of resistance right now as we're speaking, but also Bitcoin is about to reach its recent support level, which is at, why is it giving me some other metrics that I don't want to see? What is the price there for BTC? Let me remove this. Okay, so it gives us $73,000. But if this actually goes beyond, we might see $69,000 level, which puts us to this scenario, which I made way back. And you can see that it has coming to fruition. I should post this again because how more accurate you can be than this. Yes, I had some other analysis on the macro level, but this is for the longer view. You can accept it, you can reject it. It's all absolutely um, in your hands. So now let's go to your questions. Is the Oh my. Anyways, guys, if you have something to say, I cannot read the chat, so say it. Open your mic. Salam alaikum. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. How are you? Filecoin. Okay, this is an old chart. I need to put the other one back. Don't see that. It's so messed up since so long. Yes, bro. It is on a level of support. This hasn't happened. I did give the signal that I am out of this coin. Did you get out or no? I gave the signal that I am out of this coin. Did you get out with like some percentage? Okay, check how much in percentage this is down or how much Solana is down. You can convert it. Yeah. Okay. Any thoughts about what I said before? Were you here? Okay. I said a lot of things, bro. I said lots of things. Yes, yes. I will inshallah publish it in like few minutes. Inshallah. Um, Abdul Warez, I cannot see your message. Maybe you can tell me in the group if you don't want to open your mic. Can see it in the group chats on community. Oh. Spectre. You have a Spectre. Abdul Warez, it is right now reaching a level of demand, which is around starting from here, like to 0.4542. You can accumulate if you want. So, what I think it can do, I need to check its strength against, but that's irrelevant at the moment, what's happening. So, leave that. What you can do is, it depends on what you have already done. So yeah, I am invested in it, but not so much. It's one of the high risk tokens. I traded it from here to here. I took a lot of profits. I positioned a little bit around this price. Then it had to fall. I haven't bought yet. Maybe I will try accumulating either here or back above this. If I see it breaking above 1.2 and a retest on $1, then I will buy it to have more probability of it going to the upside because it has broken a major level. This is a very major level that it has lost. And yeah, if Ethereum gets bad, then it can go back to zero. But it is a very, very good project fundamentally, so it can still sustain itself, I think. In loss. Okay, so you're currently in loss. Okay. Um, there's a lot of these. Yeah, we need to check HBTC, which I didn't give you guys my opinion. We haven't gone through all of them, which I will. Um, so we talked about Dixie yesterday. I did give you guys Dixie that still below 100, but we might touch here to form a double top. It will be confirmed tonight, but it might just break and make everybody more panic and go to 101 or 102. Uh, but beyond that, I think we will be in a bear market in crypto. So it aligns the same way with USDT. And yeah, but the only thing that is actually very, very good at this point is BTC dominance, because some of the altcoins are holding and this thing is dropping instead of going up. Because if we were going up, I would have said that this is a bad thing, and every other altcoin would be in so much loss, like they would touch their uh monthly supports or something like that. But since here I have been telling you guys that this thing is going down, so there are still hopes. So total reached its next level, which I did tell you guys that if we cannot reclaim 3.57, it will either come to this level or go below it. It's very natural. It's higher high, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Does that make sense? So it's very natural what it was supposed to do. It did. All of these, even total tree, it's reached its bottom. Others is holding. Crazy chart. And Ethereum is right now on another support and resistance kind of scenario, which it just touched $2,800, which is still aligned with what I have analyzed before, just a little bit more below that what I have said, which is still fine. Uh, we should expect it bounce again and close above, and it should do it quickly, and it should do it this week, so we have a chance to go higher. Otherwise, things will get much messier if we lose 2,802, because the next level you're witnessing is 2,100, then all-time low for Ethereum. So I still think until December, which we will see a new monthly candle, things will be rough this month as well. Who thought it will be this way? I told you guys, don't trust this October that everybody's saying that October everything will go, and we are officially in an alt season. All these fake influencers, and not fake, like they are influencers, but for negative side of crypto, and what they're promoting is absolutely it has destroyed lives, because naive people have trusted them so much, and they have spent all their life savings, so it has destroyed their lives. It can lead to suicide, so be very, very careful of what you're doing. Not everybody is thinking that money is not as important as it should be. So some people do take their lives. 8 BTC is holding pretty well. It might just go to this level if things get bad, but once we flip this trend line, then things will get better, and Ethereum will be the one that outperforms Bitcoin. Then we will have Solana outperforming Bitcoin. Um, yeah, look at this chart. What did I tell you guys just in the previous session? That Solana against Ethereum has given us a bullish engulfing, and this is what you can see. It has come back to its other resistance level. This is a very good improvement. Once we go above this, then Solana will outperform Ethereum, which outperforms Bitcoin, which outperforms everything and the majors. Okay? So it's a very good thing that is happening. And be hopeful. Things can change very quickly. Solana against Bitcoin. You see, we have reached this level, but we need to flip this as well. It's not there yet, what we truly, truly want. And Zcash, finally, that we have reached almost the end of our session. But if you guys have questions on this, I would like to answer that as well before I actually sign off, which is around 47 minutes. So yeah, according to the market conditions, I had to sell back Zcash with no loss, 1.5% profit. But that is how it is. Sometimes we can't hold, but we did make a good trade. If I enter anywhere around these 2 points, it's I'm still in a good position. But I wanna be still cautious, because we are getting some rejection candles here, and if I want to buy, I want to accumulate back in this level, or let the price actually break higher, then get in with confirmation, which I might do. So again, not a financial advice, anything that I say here, but the rest is up to you. And it is trying to break above uh, this resistance against BTC, which is a good thing if it does, and even against Ethereum. These are very important levels. If we actually manage to cross, then it's better to actually hold more Zcash than any of these above, which we will flip once we reach there. And you can see gold is also reaching this level of resistance. These are some of the major levels. I am showing you weekly candles. It has destroyed a lot of people's confidence, but this is what I am made for, to be able to actually handle all these situations, because I have seen it for days and weeks and months and years before. So it becomes a habit of seeing things crashing, and it's a very good habit. And it makes you prepared, and it makes you always buy the dip, and you will be the one that makes profit, inshallah. So um have a good day. I think I will cut the meeting here. If you want to be a part of the best community, inshallah, which is ours at the moment, which we do only spot trading with tight risk management and the best types of analysis, which is whale order flow, which is actually very, very natural according to the laws of Allah, that we should buy things when they're cheap and we should take profit when they are at the high. And if that's what you want, so join us. We will be waiting for you to have you in our family. Inshallah, have a good day. Take care. Allah Hafiz.